Viewer discretion is advised.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Rob Brazius is the New York City tourist today.
Yeah.
We're on our way to Beyond Sushi and then the screener of Dominion, and we're not feeling really good about the screener.
No, it's gonna suck.
We're really nervous about what we're gonna see, but I think it's important that we're there and to strengthen our conviction to what we're doing. Yeah.
It's not something for us. You know, it's not a movie that we need to see. You know, it's a movie that a lot of you need to see. You know.
Well, we're bringing a non-vegan, and hopefully we can make some changes and plant some seeds. We're going to look at this as a learning experience for us, and you know, we're going to get a lot out of it, I think.
I think so.
All right, so we're going to sign off for now, and then we're going to get our sushi on. Peace out for now.
That's the only way she got me in here.
Here comes the difficult part. We want to order everything.
You know what?
Yeah, it's fine. No, just get...
Tap is fine. That's a lot. We're not going to try.
I have a small one. Small.
Yeah, you have a small one? Yeah, thank you.
Here's the hard part. I'm trying to figure out what we're going to eat.
You're leaning forward. That's perfect. Thank you very much, sir.
We got our apps at Beyond Sushi. We have the dumplings. The dumplings are... Cut this. We're at Beyond Sushi.
Hang on. You have to talk loud and not close.
There's nobody here. Take 3. We don't have the clacker. We're at Beyond Sushi. We got our apps. We got the Fun Guy dumplings and the badge. I actually like the dumplings here better than the sushi. They make the sushi with black rice, so it tends to be a little bit heavy. It's delicious, but normally I can knock out 3 or 4 rolls. After like 1 roll here, I'm super full. And I got a Lagunitas. Never had an IPA before, because I don't really like them. This one is delicious. Are you ready?
Are you ready for the badge?
We're in Times Square, New York City. We're here for the screening of Dominion. We got an hour to kill. We're gonna go have some cocktails and wait for Carmen to meet us to see the movie.
Alright, so we're outside the AMC in Times Square, and if you come to New York City, stay away from Times Square. This is probably the biggest tourist trap ever. This actually is per capita the largest sock wearing to sandal ratio I've ever seen on the planet. But we're about to go in and see the film Dominion, and Kelly bribed me with a little bit of food so that I won't get too upset and, you know, do what I usually do, which is kind of go off on people. I'm really a nice guy, I really am, but let's go inside and see what we can see.
No, we need to get some drinks first. We got an hour. I want some more alcohol just so I can like maybe zone out, not pay attention to what's on the screen, because I'm not going to be able to take it.
We're going to go get fucked up, and then we're going to go watch a really horrible movie.
Peace out.
That's where our kind of great night, you know, took a turn for the dark, because the Dominion movie was pretty rough to watch. I mean, we're going to share a couple of thoughts in a little bit, but it was really hard to watch. But the one thing, or 2 things that were really great was I got to meet James Aspey, and that was really awesome. You know, he's one of, you know, Kelly's idols and all this, and I like him as well too. He has a lot of great things to say. I learned a lot from him. But I was just kind of standing online looking around, and oh look, it's James Aspey. And Kelly looked at her, oh my God, you know, she did like, you know, the boy band freak out girl thing, and you know, I was like, go say hello. And she said, oh no, I can't. I walked right up to him and, Mr. Aspey, hello, I'm Rob Brazius. Nice to meet you. Thank you for everything. And you know, he was a really great guy, really gracious, really friendly, and really approachable. And that's how he is in his videos, is how he is in real life. It was actually really cool. And the second thing that was really cool about it was we sat more towards the front of the theater. There's a really big theater, the AMC Empire in Times Square. And when I looked back, I couldn't believe that every seat in the house was full. You know, there wasn't an empty seat to be had, and even more so than that was the faces in these seats were such a diverse group. I mean, you had everyone from every walk of life you could think of. Every age group you can think of was there, and not just one or two. I mean, it was really like, it was a really balanced and diverse group, and that was kind of really uplifting, that the message of veganism and the call for veganism is permeating through all different levels of society, all different groups in society, and that was really, really cool to see.
Was there anything in the documentary that was new information to you? I mean, it was chock full of so much.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff in there that I didn't know. What about you?
What I didn't know, well, number one is I'm an idiot, I guess, because I didn't think they killed the sheep. You know, I just thought that they would shorn them of their coat, of their wool, and let them go out and grow more wool and come back and shorn them again. Yeah, they do that, I guess, only for like 2 or 3 times, and then they slaughter them. I had no idea. Not that, you know, keeping something, you know, in a pen and then just, you know, shaving its natural fur off isn't bad enough. I mean, the killing really surprised me. And the other thing was with the greyhound racing. I know they always had like chase bait, and it was always like, you know, like a caricature or like a stuffed bunny.
It was like an electric rabbit or something.
Electric rabbit, right? You know, so I mean, but one of the scenes was they had a live rabbit, and a couple of the greyhounds, to get them excited, they were biting and killing the rabbit and eating the rabbit. And
a pig too, I think it was a piglet.
Yeah, a little piglet too. It was that was really, really hard, because, you know, you just think all the time that greyhound racing is just you know, just running the animals and all that. It's so much more, and none of it is good. And if you've ever met a greyhound, I was fortunate to have a greyhound in my life at some point. These are not aggressive animals at all. They are couch potatoes. I mean, to see them out there on the track running, you know, and then the one that I knew, which was an ex-racer, just laying on the couch all day, was really astonishing. But what was sickening was seeing the trainers training the dogs with the live animals, and the dogs killing the rabbits and the piglets.
What do you think was the hardest part to watch? I have a feeling I know what you're going to say. I mean, the whole thing was bad A to Z, but there were some things that hit closer to home in our hearts.
Yeah. I was watching the film, and you know, it was really, really well done. I mean, I come from a production world, and the production value of this was excellent. The editing was excellent. The sound was excellent. The image quality was excellent. The flow of the edit was excellent. Really a well put together film. And no matter what the subject matter, well put together film. But they had these titles come up on the screen, and, you know, cows and pigs and horses, so you kind of knew what was coming. And I didn't think they were going to touch on this. I just see dogs, and oh fuck, you know, I didn't know what to do, and I watched. I looked away more than I was looking, and I remember one scene where I try to live my life with goodness and compassion and all that for all living things, but I saw a little white dog. I don't know what breed it was. A little white dog, and this guy had a hammer, and he raised the hammer and brought the hammer down. And I looked away. I couldn't watch the hammer impact on the dog. And I just got filled with this feeling of, if I was there witnessing that, I'd kill that motherfucker with my bare hands. That's what it did to me. And you know what? It was good to experience that, because yes, I don't believe we should be killing pigs and animals and sheep and goats, I mean, and horses and cows. But, you know, I admittedly have a special spot inside for dogs. And, you know, if I can feel that strongly about dogs, I can understand how people have felt so strongly about other animals all these years. And, you know, I'm really glad that I am vegan now in all aspects of my life, not just diet. I'm an ethical vegan for the animals, and everything I do, from what I wear to what I wash my body with. but I can see now the passion that a lot of people have, because if I witnessed a dog getting hurt like that, that wouldn't go over well with me at all. Not at all.
I remember about a year ago we were just starting to talk about activism and different people that we know on Facebook that are very aggressive and so passionate about it to the point where they don't even want to entertain an argument anymore. It's
Right.
Can you understand now where that comes from? Because when I walked out of there, I felt like I had a cement brick on my chest.
Yeah, really heavy. It was really heavy to carry and walk away with.
And I feel like, can we ever do enough? So I don't blame these activists that do illegal things to save the animals, because it's almost like, how can you let this happen? The law is one thing, but you can't, as a compassionate human being, let it keep going on, legal or not.
No, I agree, and we used to debate all the time, because we used to watch these videos about vegan activists, you know, blocking trucks going into the slaughterhouses, breaking into the slaughterhouses, freeing animals, destroying property of the slaughterhouses, and you know, I had a very big problem with that, because I'm a law and order guy. I really am. You know, I live by the Constitution. I live by the laws. I mean, there's a lot of laws that I don't agree with. There's a lot of things I don't agree with, but I realize that we have a system in place where you elect certain people that are in line with your beliefs to make change happen. You know, I very rarely believe that you should take the streets with a club to get stuff done. After being reminded of all this, because my first exposure was the film Earthlings, that was really hard to watch. I didn't get through the whole thing. I only got through the first 20 minutes. It was that bad. But that was before I was mature in my veganism as I am now. I still have so much more to learn, but between then and now, I'm a lot more informed, and I'm a lot more aware. And you know, now I'm kind of, after seeing Dominion and all the way through, first of all, I was very, very proud of myself that I didn't walk out once. And you know, you gotta kind of forgive me about the dogs thing. You know, if anyone met Troy, you would know how close I am to dogs. But I'm very proud of myself that I made it through the whole movie this time, and I'm starting to embrace the belief that if you want to make change to happen, you try it the right way. If it doesn't happen the right way, then you need to take the club and get to the streets, because this is a problem. This is ridiculous now. I mean, this is just flat out murder. I mean, the things that they do to these animals is just, you can't sit there and call yourself a person of God and, you know, do this to another living thing all week long and then go to friggin' church on Sunday. I mean, what the hell is wrong with you? You know, but I used to always think, like, you know, don't break the windows, don't steal the trucks, don't whatever. But now, after being so up close visually to these animals in this documentary, pull the driver out of the truck, beat him to an inch of his life, take the truck, get away, get the animals away. That's kind of where, you know, my heart is lying these days. I don't want to ever see that happen to anyone, but, you know, these slaughterhouses are making billions of dollars a year. They're conglomerates, billions of dollars a year off of enslaving and murdering other living things, other sentient beings that have thoughts and loves and feelings, and most of their life all they feel is fear, and people are making money off that. That has to stop now, I believe, by any means necessary. Now, I don't want anyone to think I'm crazy, like, yeah, no, I wouldn't, you know, I have MS. I'm not pulling anyone out of a truck. But if you pull them out of the truck, I'll hit them with the club. No, I'm kidding. But, you know, please check the description for links. We'll have links down for the trailer for the Dominion movie, and then also a trailer for links for Earthlings. And a lot of people like me that they're already well into, you know, their vegan life, and, you know, I thought, like, I don't need to see this. I'm already there. You need to see it. no matter what stage you are in your development as a vegan, or letting people know about veganism and promoting it and planting this. That's one thing I really love that James Aspey said, was planting the seed. You might not change anyone, but you've planted that seed, and that's what we get when we talk and we communicate to others. But it's something that needs to happen. So even if you think you don't need to see that violence anymore, yeah, you do. You really do, because I didn't think I did, and I walked out of it after being exposed to that violence, and seeing that with a renewed kind of fervor in my beliefs. I didn't need this video to show me that I'm doing the right thing, but I needed this video to kind of light a fire under me to go out there and teach other people how to do the right thing. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. Check out more Life with Rob Brazius, and please check out James Aspey, Joey Carbstrong. There's so many great videos out there of vegan activism, and more so vegan educators out there. Earthling Ed, search him. I'll put a link down there to his guide on how to deal with omnivores, or carnies I like to call them, and just different answers that you could have for their most intelligent questions about veganism, and some of the more idiotic comments that you get. So I'm going to put a link down there to his guide. It's downloadable. It's a PDF. That really helps out. That Kelly and I kind of study that back and forth. So check the description, and thank you guys so much for stopping by.